Now it has been a couple of minutes. The rest of the people can join, but I would like to begin. So once again, a very good afternoon or evening, depending on which side of the world you are right now. But thank you so much for joining the webinar. My name is Kushi Kabra, and I'm a product consultant here at Alucious, which means I can help you with a variety of things. If you are interested in purchasing the licenses, of course, I can arrange a demo for you and show you the capabilities of the platform. But just in case you already have the platform, then of course I can help you with setting it up and the implementation side of things. But again, we will dig deeper into that as we go through the presentation. But let's talk now about the reason that we are here to see how WorkCanvas can be incorporated in your project management journey. And I think this is something that everyone here can relate to. A lot of times this happens that you're halfway through a project and then you suddenly realize that half the team misunderstood the plan. The budget is a mess and nobody can even remember what the goal originally even was. Does that sound familiar? Well, today I'm here to show you how you can ensure using WorkCanvas that never happens again. So once again, welcome to the webinar. I'm thrilled to be your host to show you how WorkCanvas, the digital whiteboarding tool that sits within Monday.com, can help you transform your project management journey from chaotic to crystal clear. So let us quickly go on with the agenda. I know a lot of you here we are already working with and you are our existing clients, but for the rest of the people, we will start off with a quick overview of Alucious and the services that we can offer you. Then we will move on to the star of the show, which is Monday.com, and we will understand how WorkCanvas sits within the platform. Then we will go on to understanding how we can actually use all of this in project management, which I will showcase to you through a live demo. And at the end of it, of course, we'll have the floor open for any questions that you might have, and I would be happy to answer those. So, talking about Alucious, we are a SaaS platform based consulting company, which means we partner with leading platforms within the market and we help the companies with license reselling as well as providing services. And Monday.com is one of our biggest partnerships. We are the advanced delivery partner, which means we have performed over 500 projects for all the global Fortune 500 companies, and we're a global partner for license reselling as well. Of course, we have a hot head office based in London, but we have colleagues in Hong Kong as well as an office in Dubai to handle the Middle East and the Saudi Arabia clients. And in terms of services, as I mentioned, we can help you with the licenses. But after that, once you have purchased the licenses, our goal is to make sure that you're able to make the best out of the platform, which means we can start off with training, helping your team understand what the platform capabilities are, and making sure that they understand what all the platform can provide you with. But because we're a platform agnostic company, which means we can help you with all the integrations. You can name the platform, whether it's Salesforce, it's Jira, it's Trello. We can help you ensure that Monday.com is integrated seamlessly with all of these platforms. If you want any sort of custom developments, we can help you with those as well. So those are just few of the services that we can offer you. But now talking about a bit of the client base and the companies that we have already helped. Again, our clients range from a variety of industries, whether it's the big names like LVMH in the luxury side, or whether it's big banks like HSBC or the Oman Investment Bank, or companies in the tech sector like Super Asim. Here, again, we have worked with tens of departments. We have helped them save a lot of costs because we help them move from, all the different platforms like Salesforce or Asana onto Monday.com. And we help them save costs in terms of licenses as well. So again, no matter which side of the industry you belong to, we can definitely help you out. Now, talking in terms of no worries. Yes. Um, can you please mute your microphone? Thank you so much. So now talking in terms of what Monday.com can offer you. Of course, if you are on the marketing side of team, Monday Work Management and Monday Projects or our CRM, including the Work Canvas can help you make sure that you have your social media calendar in line and you're able to track all your campaigns. But just in case that you're sitting in the HR side of things, it can help you manage your entire recruitment cycle. Or if you're in the operations side using Monday Work Management, you can track all of your progress and you can assign tasks to people. But PMO, project management, is the use case that we are here for today. So now enough of the presentation. I would like to take you to the actual playground where you can see how WorkCanvas looks like in action. So now please let me know if my screen is visible for everyone. Perfect. Thank you so much for giving the heads up. Now, this is Work Canvas. It is a dynamic digital whiteboarding tool which works in real time and it sits inside of Monday.com, which means it has two-way integration to Monday. So, whatever you would be updating here would get automatically reflected back into Monday. Now, it's a platform designed to help your teams brainstorm ideas, track your progress, or help you present your ideas very easily. A lot of times, what happens is because people are working on multiple different platforms, they have a lot of tabs open, and because of that, important information can get lost. But when you're working on a work canvas whiteboard, you can have all of your things right here. You can track everything from within here, which can make a lot of the things for your employees very easy. And as you can see on the whiteboard, you can have sticky notes, you can have images, a lot of colors on the board. So it's very tempting for your team to use as well. And again, it's a very extremely flexible and customizable platform. Now, talking about project management, let's jump right into it. And I think all of us know that every important or great project doesn't start at execution, it starts with solid planning. So that brings me on to our brainstorming side of things. How you can start off your project management first by creating a good brainstorming sessions. Now, again, I think all of us have been in those brainstorming sessions. We are sitting around with a group of people, a lot of ideas are flying in, and you think, that you're making a lot of progress when you get out of the meeting. But 1 week later, you realize how things start to unravel because one person had written their notes on an iPad, somebody was writing in a physical sticky note on the whiteboard. So they don't even remember which ideas actually made the cut or which ones you actually need to work on. So, this is where Work Canvas can help you ensure that everything is tracked and put in seamlessly. So let's start off by seeing how we can do a brainstorming session in the Work Canvas board. Again, I know there are a lot of colors on the board, but it does not take a lot of time to create these templates. So now, just a little bit information about Work Canvas. On the left-hand side, you can find your creation toolbar, where you can find your sticky notes, your text, or your templates if you want to create something on the board. But on the bottom side, you would find all of those collaborative features, and which are the more interesting ones, which I would be showcasing you later on. So let's say you're a person like me, you're on a time crunch and you don't have a lot of time to prepare these templates. But WorkCanvas can save you there. It already has a lot of templates all ready for your use, and they're divided by use case as well. So just in case you're doing strategy and planning, you can quickly pick something up from here. But if you're doing sprint planning or agile workflows, you can quickly have something from here. So as soon as you have chosen your template, here I have decided to go with a simple brainstorming one. So now let's say early on you have teams working across the globe and it becomes very difficult for you to collaborate in those brainstorming sessions. But now you can invite all of your team members to this work canvas board, and because it works in real time, which means that whatever I would be editing, everyone, let's say Rio for example, would be able to see the changes real time. So you can pick this template, get your team on the board, and let's say today we are a construction company and we are organizing the project for one particular site that we're handling. And we have gathered our team today to brainstorm ideas and how we can improve our remote monitoring and maintenance system. So you can get your team right here. They can have these cool sticky notes, which they can just drag and drop simply right here, and they can write their ideas and perspectives on very easily. So it's gibberish right now, but again, I trust your team would have wonderful ideas to write on board here. But a lot of times, what happens is because the team has such wonderful ideas, these sessions can run out of time. But Work Canvas takes care of that very easily for you as well. Down here, you can have a timer button. So let's say I can allocate my team 5 minutes, that in these 5 minutes, you need to write down your ideas on the board. And after 5 minutes, you can come back on and discuss those ideas. In this way, you can ensure that all of your sessions are running smoothly. But once again, you have a problem because you have such a wonderful team and there are so many ideas flying around. You actually now need to decide which two or three ideas to start working on. Now, you don't want to have a debate club going around and you don't want people, to raise their hidden hands on a Zoom call to vote on the idea. So you can quickly start off this voting feature, and with this, you can allocate the title or the number of votes that you want to assign each person. And you can, with just one click of a button, your team members can vote on the ideas that they really support. So in a span of 2 minutes, you would have the ideas that, you want your team to be working on. So once again, the voting thing is also sorted. But because you have such remote teams working from different parts of the world, like people who have joined this call today, so a sense of isolation can still kick in. But with this video chat feature right here, you can have a video chat going on one side, and you can work on the board simultaneously. So that could give you a feeling of, that everybody is still working in the same room and you can collaborate very easily. Well, a lot of times it happens that you have a lot of documents that people need to read on before starting the brainstorming session. So with the image feature right here, you can import a lot of images, any type that you want, and you can have those on the idea board right here. So the employees can read all of those documents in like 5 minutes, and then they can start off with the brainstorming session, so it would easily jog their memories. So now you have wonderful ideas on the board and you're all done with the brainstorming sessions. But that is not how the session should end. You should actually have some concrete action steps that you will take on to make sure those ideas are actually incorporated. So you can simply have an action steps board right here where you can record and assign responsibilities to each of the team members. So this is where it gets interesting. Of course, you can write your ideas in a sticky note. Let's say it's the marketing team who's having a brainstorming session and they came up with an idea that, we can start newsletters to advertise the site that we're working on more and gain more kind of traction on the website. So for those newsletters, of course, you can write the idea on the sticky note. But if you want to have a more systematic alignment, you can just drag and drop a task here onto the board. And again, you can assign a lot of things here. So you can start off by writing the title, newsletter, and you can write a description for your team members as well. I'm not from the marketing department, but I'm just going to say, let's say it's a monthly newsletter. Then you can even assign a task letter, a task color, which can be associated with the need of urgency. So my favorite color is red. I'm going to assign this red color, which can also highlight that, it's an urgent task. You can assign a person this particular task as well. Right now, I'm going to go with Maharaj. He's the person who's supposed to handle this task now. So in this way, you can search for people and you can create those tasks very seamlessly. So right now I'm going to delete the task, but let's just say, just in case, that this project already exists on your Monday board. And there is a task that you think would really be helpful right here. So you can go on the toolbar on the left hand side. You can import any board that you have on your Monday board in the work management or the CRM as well. Right now, I'm going to go with project beta, but you can choose any of the boards from right here. And I'm going to go with task two because I think that is something that would really help me in the newsletter initiative that I have created. So from here, you can import those tasks as well. So once again, from your brainstorming to you actually having concrete action steps, you can do everything right here from within WorkCanvas. Now that you have moved on from your brainstorming sessions, I wanted to show you some more concrete templates that you can use as well. So just in case that after you're done with the sessions, you're writing down your project goals. Again, this is a very comprehensive template, but you can modify it as per your requirement. If you want to write down those initiatives in terms of time-based, you want to have a timeline, or measurable, you want to write concrete action steps, you can simply write it out here. And once again, Work Canvas board is very easy to share with your team as well. You can simply go here, click on the button export, and if your team prefers a PNG image or a PDF, you can simply export that part of the Work Canvas board and share that with your team. So again, sharing becomes very easy with Work Canvas as well. Now, let's say you're done with your project goals, but again, there are so many platforms in the market right now, and to accomplish your project, let's say you need to introduce a CRM into your organization. I'm going to go with Monday CRM because, again, a fabulous product. But a lot of times when you're introducing a new project to your team, it becomes difficult for the team to understand how the project really or the product really functions. CRM, for example, what does a lead mean? When it will get converted into an opportunity? How would you qualify it? How would you close the account? So with Work Canvas, you can simply create these easy to make flowcharts from the shape button right here. Again, you can choose the different kind of shapes that you want, and it's very easy to create as well. So with these features here, you can create these flowcharts very easily. Again, very customizable and very flexible. You can change the color as well and the depth and the strokes. So in this way, you can simply and easily create these flowcharts. And when you share those with your team, everybody would know what the process looks like. So there would be complete alignment, and you would not need to waste time, having one of multiple meetings with everyone. Again, this is where it gets interesting. Let's say you're working on a CRM, And there are multiple ways where you can import the leads. And as I say, Work Canvas can act as a single source of truth for you. So when you create these flowcharts, you can simply create and add a link in them as well. So let's say there's one way to import those leads, which is an event feedback form. So I can simply add that link here, and it would take you back to the Monday board. So your team doesn't need to go, have multiple tabs open. They can just open everything from right here. If it's an Excel sheet, if it's a Monday work form, or it's a SurveyMonkey form, you can add and create all of the things, all of the links right here. So in this way, you can easily create these flowcharts and send those to your team and make sure that everyone is aligned. Again, a lot of times it happens that you enter those brainstorming sessions, but nobody is demonstrating any sort of energy and everyone is kind of doing their own thing. But when you start off with an icebreaker, you can make sure that everyone is kicking off in high energy. Again, just a simple template that I pulled out from right here from the icebreaker section. And this is a very famous game called Two Lies and One Truth. So you can get your team here. Everybody can have one sticky note and they can write two lies and one truth about themselves. And then in 5 minutes, you can go around the team and make them guess which one is the lie and which one is the truth. Just takes 5 minutes of your time, but really gets your team engaged. And it makes sure that, when you're actually starting off with your brainstorming session, the ice is broken, everybody's having an informal chat, and then you can have the session kicked off in high energy. That is how you can get the creative juices really flowing and have wonderful ideas. So this is just the icebreaker. Now that you have seen all of those different parts of the templates segregated, now I want to show you one last thing, which is how all of these templates come together. So now, as you can see, it's a comprehensive project management template. Let's dig deeper into each of the section. So you can have your objectives right here associated to a project. The idea is that everything related to a project can stay right here on one board. So it becomes very easy for you to navigate as well. So again, you can write your goals, your plans, and your measure of success because again, those are important. It is important to hit your KPIs. So you can have your objectives written right here. Then you can divide roles and responsibilities within your team member. So everyone knows from day one who is accountable for which particular task, what all things a project manager is going to handle, what all is going to lie under the project lead, and what different members are going to handle. So this way, is down the line when you're actually working on the project, you have clear boundaries as well. Now that you have divided the roles and responsibilities, you need to ensure that there is a set timeline for your projects. So, this is where you can create a very engaging and very eye catchy timeline right here. And you can set your milestones as well. So, this is what we do at Alucious as well. When you're working on client projects, we simply open up a work canvas board and we showcase a timeline to them real time. So, this is when we would kick off, this is when we would read halfway of the project, and this is where we would have to, we'd like to have a retrospective with you to make sure you're happy with the success. And this is where you would have an endpoint. This ensures that everybody is clear on what the timeline with the project would look like as well. Again, you can have your Monday timeline, Monday tasks associated right here as well. So now you are clear with the timeline. Again, we cannot forget the finance department because they are the ones actually funding our projects. So you can have a budget kind of tracked here as well. What is the item? What is the amount? What is the total budget? So this way, everything is very easily accessible for all of your people. Now, again, the work canvas's bread and butter is making everything extremely eye catchy and giving you that visual representation. So, people here in the audience who have already used Monday, they know it's an amazing platform for tracking everything and recording all of your necessary items. But how Work Canvas can help you is it gives you a visual collaboration to everything. So, let's say I'm a project manager who's handling multiple sites. So this can give me an eye-catching view where I can have all of the sites listed. And because there are so many images, it becomes very easy for me to track everything. Again, it correlates with Monday work management very easily. Let's say if I want to change something from here. So let's say it has moved from high priority to urgent priority. So I can change it from right here and it would automatically get reflected back onto your Monday board. What does that mean? It means it would save your employees a lot of time because they don't need to do the double work. They can change something from right here and it would get automatically updated there and vice versa as well. And let's say you want to see all the details of what does the site really entail. So with just one click from here, you can have all of those details. What is the status, what is the due date, which category does it fall in, and which team is really handling that. And again, it's very easy to go to the Monday board back and forth as well. With just one click, it would take me back to my Monday board, as you can see on the screen right here. So again, sits within the Wonder platform, very easy to use as well. So this was all about the brainstorming. At this point, I would like to stop to just see if there are any questions. I know I have been speaking for a long time, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. If there are no questions, I would like to move on. So, brainstorming is just one side of the things, but execution is where really all the magic happens. But Work Canvas is not just a digital whiteboard which can help you with the brainstorming, it can help you with the execution side of things as well. So let's take a deeper look into that. Again, it offers you multiple templates to, kick off a session in high energy as well. So you can have one of these project management kickoff templates where you can write down your vision and your mission. So every one of your members know which kind of direction you're leading towards. Again, you can have your monday.com items written right here as well, just to make it very easily accessible for your members as well. Now that you have kicked off the project in high energy, you want to make sure that you're tackling all of the risks associated with your projects since the beginning, just to avoid any sort of surprises that might come down the way. So you can quickly pull out this matrix template from the template section, and you can divide your entire risk section into different kind of segregations, which ones are acceptable, which would be tolerable for you. So you can already map out those risks and start working on them beforehand, just to make sure that your project ends on the timeline as you have promised your client. So in this way, you can assure that no risk acts surprisingly as well. Now, let's say that you have done your risk mapping session, but you have a huge team, it's a big project, and you have a lot of members working under one person. So from this organizational chart template, you can map out your entire project kind of journey as well. So who would be the project lead, which kind of department would take care of the strategy, who would be the people actually doing the operation side of things. So this ways, everyone knows whom they are reporting to, and the managers also have a deeper insight into how many number of employees they're actually handling. Again, as I said, it's a very customizable platform. So let's see what that actually looks like. So here you can add the name of the employee, what role they are working in, and which department are they actually associated with. But just in case the departments are don't completely fulfill your categories, you can add a new field from right here as well. And again, if you're not happy with the profile picture, you can change that from here as well. Again, it's an extremely customizable platform, so you can change the number of people within each department as well. So with this, you can have your organizational journey sorted. But now moving on to how the execution actually takes place. So just in case that in your organization, you like to do things in a more agile methodology and you have sprint planning sessions with your team, Work Canvas can help you organize those very systematically as well. So you can pull up a sprint planning template and now you can start off working in agile as well, just in case you were not already doing that. So you can have your tasks segregated in backlog, which ones are the ones that are still in your to-do list and you need to move them to in progress stage, and which are the ones that you can mark done. A lot of times when you can have that satisfaction of moving something from in progress to do, it really helps the motivation going as well. Again, very easy to change. You can have your timeline associated, you can have a due date and the assigned person as well. So in this way, you can have your sprint planning sessions and your daily stand-ups very easily. So every Monday morning, the project manager just can come in, open this work canvas board in front of everyone, and just quickly take a team meeting with all of the members to see what the progress really looks like. And let's say now that you are done with your project, kudos, good job, well done. But you also need to make sure that you don't repeat the mistakes that you might have made in this project in your next one. So a lot of teams don't currently do this, even though it's a very simple process, is to organize retrospectives with your team. It would take 10 minutes of your time. You can gather your team after you're done with your project. Just open up this template and ask them to see what went well in your project, what were some of the things that made you feel good. It might be something that, the client really appreciated your project, or the manager took you on appreciation lunches and shared some recognition in you. So those might be the things that you want to, do in your next project as well. But then you also need to discuss on what were the things that really held you back. Maybe there was some sort of delays from the finance department to approve the project, or some sort of delays from the operations team. So those are the things that you want to make sure you don't repeat in your next project. So with this quick retrospective after every project, you can make sure that you continuously keep learning from those projects. So now that you're done with your execution journey, you now need to actually demonstrate your hard work. Now that you have worked so hard on these projects, you want to make sure that the results also reflect that in the way that you represent, because of course you need to present those to your stakeholders. Again, now because Work Canvas is a single source of truth, you don't need to open a PowerPoint and kind of transfer everything from the Monday board onto the PowerPoint. You can also do your presentation side of things from Work Canvas within as well. And again, in the template section, I quickly wanted to show you how you can have these different sections called presentations. So you can start off maybe by creating a presentation in a weekly meeting agenda. You can share those with the team priorly so everyone knows what their action items are and what are the issues that you're trying to resolve. But again, if you have a lot of quantitative data in your presentation, you can start off with a Gantt chart as well. You can divide those week wise, what is category one, category two, and easily you can import your Monday.com task items from right here as well. Again, one particular thing that really makes the integration within Work Canvas and Monday.com really interesting is these live action items. So let's just say I'm a project manager. Of course, I handle multiple teams, multiple tasks, and I have 50 of them on my list. But I just want to focus on those particular tasks which my team, requires immediate attention on. So what I can do is I can simply go on the left-hand toolbar. I can go to the start card stack and I can select sync stack. So what it's going to do here, it's going to create a live view for me. So let's see how that's really going to help us. So here again, I can select the kind of board that you're really looking for. I'm going to go with event feedback, and you can even choose the kind of status column that you're looking for. I'm going to go action status, and I'm going to see the ones, that need improvement on, or the ones that really require maybe some sort of action or something. So what it's going to do is right here, as it filters, it's going to give you all of those tasks that you filtered just now. So with just one click of a button, I can choose the task which, my team is currently stuck with. So out of those 50 tasks, everything would be segregated into those 4 or 5 tasks where my team really needs my attention. So that ways, Work Canvas can help you save a lot of time straight away as well. So in these ways, you can take care of your action items. But just in case you want to demonstrate KPIs to your stakeholders, because of course, if you have hit those KPIs, you want to make sure that stakeholders have an idea of that. And just in case you have any graphs or charts as well, simply using these, you can quickly create engaging templates to showcase that. Last but not the least, if you want to start off with your presentation showcasing, what the project name was, what was the scope, who were the employees who actually contributed to this team. So you can create those simply in these templates right here as well. So in this way, Work Canvas can help you throughout your project management journey, whether you're brainstorming ideas, you are tracking your progress to make sure the execution is seamless, or you're presenting your ideas to your stakeholders in a more engaging way. And again, Work Canvas sits within Monday.com, so it saves you a lot of time in terms of you don't need to work multiple times, and it's very easy to share and have access as well. So again, you can keep private access just in case it's a very sensitive project and you only want to have specific members who should have access to this specific board. You can manage the access from right here. You can make it private or public, and as soon as you make it public, you can have this link right here, which you can easily share with your team. So I know it was a lot to absorb right now, but these were just some of the capabilities of Work Canvas. I would just like to end off with one quick thing. So let's say, you invested a lot of time in creating a particular template and you're really proud of it. And you want the rest of the projects to kind of follow the same template as well. So you don't need to create it multiple times. You can just simply go here and click on save template. You can either save it in your library or you can just create it as a link as well. So next time you want to start off with your project, it would already be saved in your template section right here. So mine are titled as Alicia's templates or my templates. So you can quickly pull up those templates and start again with your project management journey. So this was all that I wanted to share. Once again, I understand it's a lot to take in, but now I would like to open the floor to any question and answers, any questions that you might have, and I would be happy to answer those. Are there any questions at the moment? Please feel free to ask. And just in case you want to connect with me later on as well, I have mentioned my email right here, and I would type it out in. I would request you to type it out in the chat as well as our Alicia's website, where you can go again and have a browse through all the different kind of services that we offer and more information about WorkCanvas as well. Are there any questions for me?
None from my side. Thank you.
Perfect. Of course, if there are any questions, just in case you go to the platform later on and you have any more questions, feel free to let me know through email and I would be more than happy to help you as well. Just wanted to, so if there are no more questions, I would like to conclude the session.
There are
Once
two
again,
questions from the
yes, Priya.
chat.
Oh,
From the
perfect. I'm
chat.
sorry. I was not able to see the chat. Just a second. It's strange, only a few people on the webinar, but thank you so much for sharing the information. It's my pleasure to share the information with you as well. What are the advantages of WorkCanvas over a Miro board? Oh, that's a wonderful question. We get this a lot of times. So where WorkCanvas really shines is because of its integration with Monday.com. Because Miro, although does have a native integration with Monday.com, you would need a third-party platform to actually import those tasks that you have created on the Monday board onto your Miro board. And again, for that, you would need another platform like Make, and you would require a license subscription as well. But this is where WorkCanvas can really come in because it's another platform that sits within monday.com. It becomes very easy for you to import those tasks, and again, you can change maybe the status, the assigned due date, everything from within WorkCanvas. So that would save your team a lot of time because they won't have to do those things multiple times as compared to they would have to do on a Miro board. And again, there's a huge difference between the license fee for Miro as compared to WorkCanvas. So those are the two advantages where WorkCanvas really comes in and shines. I hope that answers your question. Perfect. Thank you. If there are any more questions, I would be again happy to answer those as well. I would type out my email in the chat just in case that anybody has any questions later on as well. Feel free to hit me up anytime. And I have shared the link to our website as well, so you can have a carefree browse later on. Perfect. If there are no questions as of this moment, then I would like to conclude the webinar. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking out the time and for attending. I really hope the information was helpful for you. And once again, thank you so much for taking out the time. It was wonderful to do this webinar. Thank you so much.